there, super fans! Welcome back to Unmade, Untold, Hidden, where we unravel the secrets and mysteries behind your favorite movies and characters. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest enigmas in superhero cinema. Why did Superman Returns 2 never happen? According to Brandon Routh, the story behind the sequel that never was is more complex and intriguing than you might think. So, let's get started. Flashback to 2006, Superman Returns soared into theaters with Brandon Routh taking on the mantle of the Man of Steel. Directed by Bryan Singer, the film was intended to revive the magic of the classic Christopher Reeve Superman series. While it earned over $391 million globally and received a mix of praise and critic, it didn't quite meet Warner Bros.' lofty expectations.
And because of my not understand, naivete, let's call it, or ignorance. Definitely the negative comments, especially before the movie came out about people judging and worried about my casting, they affected me. I also felt like I made it this far. I had enough recognition at the time of how improbable it kind of was, that if I'm here, I just gotta do it.
Despite its mixed success, the excitement for a sequel was palpable among fans. But as we all know, that sequel never materialized. Why? Brandon Routh, our Superman himself, sheds light on the tangled web of reasons behind its disappearance. In interviews over the years, Routh has opened up about the fate of Superman Returns 2. One key factor he revealed was the film's underwhelming box office performance. While not a flop, it didn't generate the blockbuster revenue Warner Bros. Had hoped for, especially given its massive $270 million budget. In a revealing interview, Routh explained the movie didn't quite work as well as people hoped or as well as they wanted it to work financially. So that was the end of that. The financial aspect was a major stumbling block in the studio's plans for a sequel. But it wasn't just about the money. The mid-2000s marked a transformative period for superhero films. Hits like Spider-Man and Batman Begins reshaped audience expectations. Warner Bros. Began to reconsider how to portray their iconic heroes, leaning towards a darker, grittier tone. This shift in tone was solidified with the monumental success of The Dark Knight in 2008. Audiences craved more grounded and complex superhero stories. This new direction made Warner Bros. Rethink their approach to the Superman franchise, putting the brakes on Superman Returns 2 and leading to the reboot with Man of Steel in 2013, directed by Zack Snyder. Adding to the complexity were creative differences. Routh mentioned that multiple ideas for a sequel were floated, but unifying them proved challenging. Bryan Singer had envisioned exploring Superman's internal struggles and his place in the world. However, these concepts didn't fully align with the studio's evolving vision for their DC universe. Routh shared there were a lot of ideas and a lot of directions we could go, but it didn't just come together in the way it needed to for the studio to greenlight it. This creative tug-of-war further stalled the project. Meanwhile, Marvel Studios was crafting what would become the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The release of Iron Man in 2008 and the subsequent success of interconnected Marvel films set a new standard for superhero franchises. Warner Bros. Took notice and began developing their own cinematic universe, starting with Man of Steel. This new strategy aimed at establishing a cohesive and expansive universe meant letting go of the continuity established by Superman Returns. This strategic pivot was a significant reason why Superman Returns 2 was left behind. Though the sequel never happened, Brandon Routh's journey with Superman didn't end there. In 2019, he returned to the role of Arrowverse crossover event Crisis on Infinite Earths. This time, he portrayed an older, wiser Superman from an alternate universe inspired by the Kingdom Come comic storyline. Routh's return was met with enthusiastic applause from fans and served as a nostalgic nod to his time as Superman. It was a testament to his enduring connection with the character and a reminder of what might have been. It's always intriguing to ponder the what-ifs in movie history. What if Superman Returns 2 had been greenlit? What stories would have been told? What new villains would have emerged to challenge the Man of Steel? Exploring these alternate timelines allows fans to indulge in the endless possibilities of storytelling. Fan theories and speculative artwork continue to keep the dream of Superman Returns 2 alive. These creative explorations offer a unique glimpse into the imagination of the fan community and their enduring love for the character. The influence of Superman Returns extends beyond its own narrative, impacting subsequent portrayals of the Man of Steel. Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, while a reboot, incorporated elements of the character's emotional depth and complexity introduced in Superman Returns. The focus on Superman's struggle with his identity and place in the world was a theme carried forward, resonating with audiences seeking more nuanced superhero stories. Directors and writers have acknowledged the groundwork laid by Superman Returns in reimagining Superman for a modern audience. This continuity of character development ensures that despite the changes in actors and storylines, the essence of Superman remains consistent, bridging different cinematic interpretations. The fan community around Superman Returns remains vibrant and active. Conventions, online forums, and social media groups continue to discuss and celebrate the film's unique contribution to the Superman mythos. Fans often share their favorite moments, discuss what they loved about Routh's portrayal, and speculate about the stories that could have been explored in the sequel. Memorabilia from Superman Returns hold a special place in the hearts of collectors. From action figures to limited edition comics, these items are treasured reminders of a film that, despite its challenges, succeeded in reinvigorating interest in Superman for a new generation. As we conclude our deep dive into the lost sequel, it's clear that Superman Returns 2 holds a special place in the hearts of fans. While the film may never see the light of day, its legacy lives on through the passionate community that continues to celebrate Brandon Routh's Superman. Looking to the future, the DC Universe continues to evolve with new projects and reinterpretations of classic characters. The influence of Superman Returns can be seen in these new endeavors as filmmakers draw inspiration from the past while forging ahead with fresh ideas. Thanks for joining us on Unmade, Untold, Hidden. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon to stay updated on all our intriguing stories. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you wish Superman Returns 2 had happened? What did you think of Brandon Routh's return in Crisis on Infinite Earths? Until next time, keep uncovering the hidden stories.